represents your social status, how you create stability off of those things. So when we talk about the transit of the world, when we talk about the planets in the 10th house right now, that's affecting all of us. It ain't just your social status. That's the social status of the world. That's the social status of the government. That's the social status of society. So as astrologers, whatever, coming into this year, we seen all them retrograde planets in Capricorn. We like, oh shit. I remember as soon as them planets started coming in there, this was around the time they was talking about we gonna be going to war. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember like late 2019 they were talking about reinstating the draft and all that? Y'all remember that shit? Do y'all remember that, family? And there was memes. There was a whole bunch of memes, niggas joking about getting drafted. That was around the time planets were moving into Capricorn. That was around the time, you know? So I'm not, you know, we not surprised. The energies is gonna reflect into the physical reality. You got Cap in the 10th house, you must be an Aries rising. So being an Aries rising, being as hold on. Shout out to Nadia Simone. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate you. You know I appreciate all of them from the bottom of my heart. All right, and you are Aries rising, so the 10th house. You as an Aries rising, you know, you guys thrive off your creativity. You guys thrive off your vision. You guys thrive off your inner motherfucking gut instinct. Aries feels some shit inside, see that shit. It don't need no details. It don't need no extra information. That's all it need, and that's why Aries could be so raw. That's why Aries could be so like a lot of Aries. They're so quote unquote real, honest, blunt. Because they come from such a raw essence. They the first sign. They birth out the first house. So when we look at the first house is the I am. We know the first house has to deal with everything with your personal issues, right? When you get to the second house, that's the theme is I have. Get to the third house is I communicate. Get to the fourth house, I feel. But before we got to the second, third, fourth house, all the Aries spirit knows is my personal outlook. All the Aries spirit essentially really knows is the I am. I'm here. I don't really know what I have. I don't know who I'm relating to. I don't know much about my creative expression. I don't really know about family and creating emotional stability. All I know is that I'm consciously aware. I'm here. The spirit is here. The spirit in the body. The spirit alive. I'm consciously aware. That's what the first house is showing you. So Aries, when the Aries has their original thought, their original feeling, that's all they need to roll with. That's why they could come off so honest, so blunt, so raw. Because they haven't been through all them other travels to develop all them other characteristics. It shoots out the raw first I am energy, the thought, you know, the idea. It dives right into that. It dives right into the action of an idea. Don't need to sit and contemplate and revise the plan. They're like, oh, that's the goal? I just gotta go do it. Like I said the other day on live, motherfucking Mars I sent it. Shout out to Beauty with Depth. I appreciate the donation once again. I appreciate it. I just want to make more of a habit of shouting those out while I'm actually on live instead of hitting y'all up after or whatnot. I really appreciate it, family. All right, so oh, this is my shit. Alright. Thank you, Nadia Simone, ASBW. We got a couple shout outs, and we're gonna get right into it. Shay Monize, Sugar Light, DOPE Projects. Knowing me is a luxury. Ooh, like that name. Knowing me is a motherfucking luxury. What the fuck is you talking about? You ain't picking up. You ain't gonna get the type of energy you getting around me. You ain't gonna have somebody inspire you, motivate you, and try to enlighten you around. Knowing me is a luxury. And once you start treating me like I ain't no luxury, once you start treating my ass like I'm some rusty ass antique, once you start treating me like I'm out the dollar store, that's when your ass get snip. That's when you gotta cut a motherfucker off. When they ain't looking at you like you luxury. Your real friends be looking at you like you already your true potential. That's why they get so mad when you not on your shit. Cause your true friends, your true twin flame soulmates, they can't help but look at you and see your potential. They can't help it. You feel me? When people truly care about you, that's all they want for you. When people truly care about you, they want what they want for themselves for you. So if somebody always wants growth for you, if somebody always wants positive experiences and positive energy for you, and wants to see you meet all your goals and whatnot, subconsciously, they just thinking of your higher self. Subconsciously, they just gonna be gravitating towards helping you get to your higher self, helping you get to them goals. All right. So make sure motherfuckers treating y'all like that luxury, and make sure you're treating yourself like your luxury, because that's the only way other people really gonna treat you like that. Breeski, Maya Peasy, Charlena 21, Chrissy, Sway Mike. When I was born, all the planets basically went home. So that shows that in your past life, if you got a lot of planets that's home, that shows in your past life you was content, you was comfortable with a lot of things in your life. So career may not have been where you wanted it to be at, but you wasn't in a state of being so attached to these things to the point that you manifest retrogrades and you manifest harsh aspects to make you focus on career. It's more so like, oh, that shit is at home. So in some type of way, you found a balance in your past life with that energy. So you want to look at the other placements that's not at home and whatnot. You want to look at the house the sun is in. You want to look at your north node to see where you do got to put the karmic work in. Shay Monet, Jen Ish, Nia Amari. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys don't know, you know, Novi was out of commission for a little bit. So anybody that wanted to purchase a joint reading this past couple of weeks, you know, Novi, we're back now. You know, Novi had an electricity problem for a little bit. There's power outages in California. So we're just now picking up back joint readings this week. All right, so that's just in case anybody was interested and was unaware that we're back available with those. All right. I need an Aries rising in my life. My descendant is Aries. So you a Libra rising. When the Libra rising get around the Aries, you guys be getting a little frustrated when you guys are in a real communicative mode, and the Aries is going back and forth communicating with you, but don't really feel like, don't see. That's the thing about certain signs. Certain signs can't hide their emotion. Certain signs know how to like talk or present themselves a certain way to not have their feelings and emotions out in the open. Certain signs can't do that. Aries can't hide their emotion. So if you talking to an Aries about something, you talking to an Aries about some shit they don't give a fuck about, you gonna know they don't care about it. Talking to an Aquarius about something they don't care about, you gonna know they don't care about it. Talking to a Virgo about something they don't care about, most 8 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, you gonna pick up they don't care about it. You feel me? Like certain signs, they can't help it. They can't help it. Dana Simone, Joffrey Miller, Beauty, Agape Aboard. Some can't afford, right? Tell niggas get their esoteric currency up. They can't fuck with you then. It costs too much. It costs too much to date me. You gotta step up your personal attributes. You gotta be matching some shit. See, that's the thing a lot of us don't be thinking about too when we get into relationships. We be so caught up probably in 1 or 2 attributes about a person. We don't even understand how we stepping into a super imbalanced situation. Like, we don't even be knowing that we coming into a relationship putting in so much of a percentage level and the person not really reciprocating that. You feel me? Or we allow certain passive signs will allow themselves to be in a relationship where somebody else is putting in so much of a percentage level and you ain't really trying to put in effort to match that. But because of certain energies, because of certain aspects, because certain influences you may have, you may allow yourself to stay in certain mundane relationships, in certain mundane careers, certain mundane situations that you know ain't things that's essentially for you on an esoteric level. Like we know these things. We pick these things up, family. You know when you're fucking with somebody, like you know when you're fucking with somebody, and in the back of your head, like these things is early. We be picking up on past life connections early. As soon as you meet a motherfucker, be like, oh, I don't know this motherfucker, but something about this vibration feel familiar. Something about this energy feel like this is not my first time meeting this person though. You feeling like more of a reconnect than a first impression. And then a lot of the times we just be in situations dating people or relating to people and like we're constantly clashing, and we're not understanding like, yo, why am I allowing myself to stay in this situation right now? You feel me? This is why I was tweeting a lot about fasting and celibacy today, because that the whole aspect of detachment is the very thing that aligns with things that's for you. All right, if you're able to detach from connecting to people on an intimate level, that's just you just basically filtering through all the bullshit mundane relationships, all the bullshit physical experiences, you just filtering through it all just to get right to what's for you. When we talk about twin flames and soulmates, like, first of all, you have a bunch of them. You have a bunch of soulmates. You have so many soulmates that you don't even meet all of them in one lifetime. So that's for one. And then for the most part, in this external realm, sometimes we end up entertaining so many things that be the very thing that get in the way of what's really for us. So this is why if you're in a career that's not your career energy wise, all you're going to do is manifest stress, more negative situations, more things to make you uncomfortable. And these are the only things that the universe, not the only things, but these are like the energies the universe sometimes has to work into your life to make you get fed up or sick of something, or make you start feeling or paying attention or thinking about the shit that's really for you. So this is why I say, family, everything is a learning experience, because a lot of the time you don't even be understanding how certain dark moments, low moments in your life be the moments that, if you able to see right, if you're able to detach from whatever got you in that frequency vibration and get back to a more pure state, aka detaching from certain feelings and thoughts, you're able to realize like, yo, I'm only here because of my actions and reactions and the way I'm thinking and feeling. And this must be some type of lesson that I should be learning right now, that the universe is trying to teach me. But me being here, you have to understand, like, you have to, a lot of times in life, you got to get lost to find yourself, family. And that's real shit. You got to get lost to find yourself. And it be like that. But when you're in a situation where you, quote unquote, lost, depressed, in a dark place, broke, just got evicted, homeless, heartbroken, all of these low moments, these be the biggest, like, these be like, it's so much substance in these situations, because y'all gotta understand, everything is energy. Like, when I say we are spiritual magicians, we're spiritual magicians because as a spirit, you are able to manipulate energy. If I find out somebody's hating on me, like somebody got my name in their mouth and I don't know nothing about this person or whatever, they don't know how they feeding me energy. But if I didn't know that, I would probably try to combat that with certain energy, and me trying to combat it, me trying to clash with it, that is what's feeding the other person's energy. If somebody hating on me, if somebody talking negative energy, throwing negative energy my way, I'm not looking at it like it's negative energy. I'm looking at it like it's free energy. I'm gonna take that hate, I'm gonna take that, and in some type of way, I'm gonna transmute that shit for myself. You feel me? And whenever an outsider comes into your realm trying to govern shit, understand spiritually, esoterically, they're always going to be in the wrong. They're always going to be in the wrong. Essentially, there is no thing as right or wrong. So if you have a personal perception of something, you in the motherfucking right. If you see something you can create, that's what it is. Once somebody else comes into your world, into your realm, and tries to tell you different, tries to change your perspective, they always gonna be in the wrong. They're always gonna put themselves in a situation to lose or look bad. It's up to you to understand that. It's up to you to understand that. So, family, when we have our own personal goals and endeavors, it is so important to protect those things. It's so important to not be expressing all your goals and things that you aspire to be all the time. You don't want to be doing that shit all the time, all right? Because you even know, me and my friend used to joke about something called the evil eye. You feel me? You tell somebody something you aspire to be, they start looking at it from a negative place. Because, you know, sometimes when we so inspired, motivated, carrying positive energy, people may take that as intimidation. That could create jealousy. That could create hate. Even though these are all energies you can utilize at the same time, you don't want to be throwing your shit out there to give anybody a perception to throw any type of energy on that. You want to make sure you keep certain things to your goddamn self. All right? Show and prove. Let your actions be the examples that you trying to have other people see about shit. We in a generation right now where we're so influenced to feel like we have to upload, post, or have the external realm in some type of shape or form have to see our success. When you shining, you're shining. When you in a positive light, when you in a positive place in life, you feel me? You ain't gotta go out your way for none of that. You ain't gotta get on this camera and try to like express all of that shit, and you don't. The universe always gonna cultivate situations for you to shine the way that you're supposed to be shining. So it's like, if you just stay down and work on yourself personally, take care of your priorities, keep getting from point A to B, continuing to learn from lessons in your life or whatnot, you just gonna manifest your own throne. People gonna see that. People gonna see that. But once we start feeling like we gotta work for others, we gotta do things for other people, we have to express ourselves for other people, you feel me? We gotta present ourselves a certain way for other people, then you can never become satisfied trying to meet certain goals, because none of these goals are personal goals. You're doing everything based off the external realm. So if you're doing things based off the external realm, when you do that thing that you think the external realm wants or is gonna receive well, when they don't receive it well, when they don't come off the way you want to come off, what happens after that? You feel me? And I'm a Libra, family. I'm a Libra, motherfucking Scorpio cuss with a bunch of planets in Scorpio. So I used to have to tell myself when I used to post, before I made an astrology platform, you feel me? I started off posting spirituality and astrology on my other page, and then I was like, yo, I gotta make a separate platform to attract real soul member families, because I feel like at this point, I'm in my stories, I feel like I'm trying to force other people to understand this shit. I don't want to be in that space. I don't want to be in that space. I don't want to force nobody to understand shit. I'm not trying to save nobody. I'm not trying to save nobody. I don't want to save their goddamn selves. I love being able to teach. I love being able to enlighten other people. But I love doing it when it's in a genuine space. I love it when somebody's so hungry for knowledge, so curious to want to learn something to grow and apply it to their personal life or whatnot. Because I know how fucking hungry I be for knowledge and wisdom. Like, I know how fucking hungry I was when I first got into astrology, and I'm like, damn, like I wish all the favorite astrologers that I'm learning from, I'm like, damn, I wish I could really just talk to these niggas in person or be on the phone. Like, so when somebody shows that shit to me, those are the only ones I want to connect with. Those are the only ones I want to learn from. We be really putting ourselves in spaces where we be trying to do extra shit for people that we either don't even really fuck with like that, for people that ain't really into what we into. Like, 2020 is really the year of the soul family, and there's a bunch of spiritual influencers and healers, astrologers that I know kind of was saying that in the same way. I mean, in different ways, but saying the same thing coming into this year. Whether it was a numerology way, 2020, 2 + 2, 4. 4 represent structure, all right, organization, family, connection in that type of way. So there's a bunch of ways we could break down this year being a year you connect to your soul family, your soul tribe, or whatnot. But in many different ways, this is really the year for that. This was really the year for that. Like, real shit. This was really the year for you to connect to those that's really on your like-minded frequency vibration. You feel me? So, but alright, yeah, I'm about to get into these transits for the week. Kayla, Taurus, Samani. I just said the other day I'm gonna stop wearing white t-shirts on live. I do not listen to myself. I cannot see a guy. Enough fur. Virgo Harmony. Chrissy. V Ski, I see you, V. No matter how hard I try, I can't hide my emotions. I've been told to control them. How? See, I don't want to say you can't control your emotions, but we don't want to be in a state of trying to control our emotions. Like that's, you're basically trying to box something that's not supposed to be boxed. All right, in this realm, we've been taught that dealing with your feelings and emotions, especially for a male, especially for a black male. We've been taught that that shit is, you feel me, negative, or it's makes you look soft or whatever. I don't have to go in depth on that. But it's not so much about trying to learn how to control your emotions, but more so making sure you understand that based off of the emotions and feelings you deal with, whether it's heavy passion, whether it's just heavy emotion period, like you connect to things real easy, real sensitive to connecting to things, whether it's depression or whatever type of emotion it is that you're dealing with. It's not so much about controlling it, it's about finding the right outlets, releases to channel this energy. That's what it be about. That's what it be about. A lot of us, like a lot of you Scorpio moons, Aries moons, you know, a lot of like you guys be needing releases and outlets for your feelings and emotions, whether it's a sport, art, you feel me? My heavy overthinkers, my double air signs, my sun and moon and air signs. You know, my heavy Virgo placements, my Mercury and Virgo placements. Okay? You guys need to have, whether it's art too, whether it's, you know, things to give you mental exercises, like in some type of shape or form. We all need forms of releases. We're developing energy all day, every day. How many thoughts do you have a day, family? How many thoughts do you have a day? And I already told y'all, y'all thoughts is not your thoughts. Like we're catching thoughts. We catch thoughts. All right. So a thought ain't your thought until it comes into your head and you're like, do I want to make this my thought? Until you claim it. All right. So we catch thoughts and we catch feelings. Somebody could try to make me feel a way right now, and I could tell myself, fuck that. I'm not allowing that. No, I'm not about to feel this way. No, I'm not about to be mad over that. Like you can kind of put a lens on that shit. So, you know, controlling your emotions, and I feel you. I feel that we do need to understand how to control our emotions to an extent in certain scenarios and whatnot. But you don't ever want to be in a state of suppressing your emotions. That's more so what I'm trying to say, for real. That's more so what I'm trying to say. You know, I've got astrology. When I got into astrology, I used to think that like, you know, now that I'm understanding energies of people more, that it'll help me to have somebody else learn what to work on. But for the most part, you know, obviously we all have things to work on, but it's like I've also learned to really let people be themselves, to really let people be who they are. You know, it's like, and this also goes for people that like are on their spiritual path, and you feel so enlightened about things that you just can't help but want to share it with others and whatnot. Enlighten the people you care about, family members, friends, or whatnot. It's like your family. You cannot force none of that shit. Everybody gonna have to align when they align. Some lifetimes, this life may not be the life for some of these motherfuckers. Like as straight up as that sounds, like it really is what it is. It is what it is. Here is Jazz, Celine, Diana Corona, Shay by the way. It's a G. I fuck with that name. It's a G. Deanna Redondo, Crazy for Kiki. Shayna, The Divine Riki, Eva BB, Gemini Sun 523. I basically quit my job, like Spirit got better plans, and boom, all this happened. Yup. See, that's the thing. That's another thing. We be thinking that the universe really, like family, when we in moments that we feel like we gotta take that leap of faith, whether it's, you know, approaching that person you like, you know, quitting your job and transitioning to your other job, or like quitting your job and going full-time entrepreneur, like all these situations in life where we have to take risk, where we have to take you know, what they call it, we have to have faith in a jump or something, you feel me? Like the universe is always there, always always there. 10 out of 10 times. 10 out of 10 times the universe is there. Like, motherfucker, jump. You feel the leap of faith energy for a reason. You got this. Jump, motherfucker. I got you. Trust me, you good. You good. Like, the universe be there, family. The universe support all that type of energy. I just told y'all the other day, all that, when you're in a state of praying and begging and looking for a miracle, good luck. Good luck with that shit. Good luck with that shit. I don't need to pray to nobody for nothing. What am I? See, that's the thing. When we talk about spirits in a body, I just told y'all, if somebody's hating on me, somebody got their name in my mouth, that they really giving me energy, right? They really giving me energy. That's free energy. So if I'm consciously aware, I'll understand that and take that energy for what it is, manipulate it how I want to manipulate it, right? When you're praying, when you think you're praying to somebody, when you think you're asking somebody for help spiritually, you giving energy to some spirit that you don't even know who you really giving energy to. And that spirit you giving energy to, who's to say that's your true ancestor? Who's to say that's your true, your true spiritual esoteric family members? Who's to say that? How do you know that? Maybe you're not even connecting to them because you came into this world and you so connected to the gods that they threw at you in this realm. So shit get fucking deep when we talking about the type of programs that we go through here. You know, a lot of your spiritual path deal with unlearning, detaching, releasing. Karina Alexandra, truly blessed Tasia. Alright, let me get to the bottom of these comments. Willow. Yeah, don't be telling people your dreams, man. Yeah, clear that evil eye energy. Jade Shanice. And I'm not saying you can't tell anybody these things. Like, y'all should know by now. We should all know who's really in our corner, family. By the things we know about energy, spirituality, by now we should know who's really in our corner. And if you have somebody in your personal space and they've been in your personal space for a minute and you still got question marks on them, family, trust that. Trust the fact that you have a lot of question marks about a motherfucker that's been around you for a minute. You know? Certain signs pick up on that shit. Scorpio moons, Scorpios, Aries, Leos. A lot of air signs might become a fault to that. Libra Geminis, Pisces, Pisces, Sagittarius. You guys will be around people that don't have your best motherfucking interest, man. Aries don't even really care about people like that. So they definitely not about to be around nobody that don't give a fuck. Taurus ain't really about to be around nobody they don't care about unless there's some type of monetary gain or there's something they building with that person. Taurus stick with the motherfucker. Stick around, be like, this motherfucker annoying, but shit. They get to the bag, so I'm gonna keep this motherfucker around right now. Cancers, nope. Cancers can't do it. Cancers can't be around people they don't like in no situation. If it don't make them feel right, it's over. I said Geminis, yeah, because Geminis are just entertain mundane surface level relationships just for the sake of relatability or whatnot. You feel me? It's an air sign, so they're not really putting much heavy emotion into anything, period. So Geminis say they love you, Gemini say they hate you. You can't even trust none of that shit. You can't tell if that's really what they can't. You don't know. Leos, it's like 50-50 with Leos. It's 50-50 with Leos. This is why 50-50 with Leos. Because Leos is like Leos is fucking smart, bro. Leos are smart, and because we talk about how dramatic Leos are, we don't talk about how wise and intelligent a lot of Leos really do fucking be. It's the sun. They gonna enlighten you on some shit, but it's just that because Leos, they gonna dive into wanting to be seen and get recognition. So them things could really overwhelm, or not overwhelm, but overshadow other attributes about them. But the reason it's 50-50 with Leos, because like Leos are, they'll kind of know, they'll pretty much know if it ain't good to be around a certain group of people. But depending on what type of light and attention come with this group of people is what might make a Leo stick around. You can have a Leo, a bunch around a gangster, a bunch around a bunch of gangsters, shooters, no good motherfuckers. Feel me? Straight killers, murderers. Leo be in his head like, it's probably, I think it's wise for me to really just go do my own little personal creative thing than rolling with these motherfuckers. But I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of clout that come with these niggas. Like, you know, a lot of chicks coming my way lately. You feel me? Chicks think I be thinking I be the one shooting niggas. I don't be shooting niggas. But shit, when they come up to me and say I heard you the shooter, they said it. What? I ain't lying. They said it. I'm just what? Like, Leos be funny. Like, y'all be funny like that. So it depends what type of light come with that shit to make a Leo stay there or not. You feel me? So Leos, y'all gotta be careful with that shit. Y'all don't need to be attaching yourselves to shit for attention or light. Y'all are the goddamn light. Can't stand Leos doing extra shit for attention. I'm like, motherfucker, the way you dress bring attention. The way you make jokes bring attention. The way you do your hair bring attention. Alright? The way you talk bring attention. The way you sing bring attention. Alright? Like, why you gotta be extra? Yeah, Leos know, and that's why I'm not even at the bottom of the comments. That's probably Leos in there probably saying I'm lying. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna talk about lying. I'm not even gonna talk about lying in the zodiac right now. I'm not even gonna go there. The makeup girl, stars and lights, successfully me. Just me jam. Alright, so let me get into these energies for the week. JP too smooth. Ladies 26. Marquise, what's going on, Brody? Y'all make sure, my bro M Hill Sounds, y'all make sure y'all go tap into his page. Follow him. Stay in tune with what my brother got going on. We don't have that many hands-on, genuine, to the root like musical artists, out here really tapped into what we talking about right now. You feel me? So when we see these type of musicians, artists, we gotta make sure we support them. We gotta make sure we let them know we on the same page. You feel me? Especially with all the type of music and shit we got going on. You feel me? And my brother, lend his hand and the opportunity to work with him on a certain project. So I definitely want y'all to stay in tune with what's going on with that. All right. So y'all make sure y'all tap into my bro, man. Tiffy, I am Tiff J. Y'all make sure y'all tap into her page as well. All right, she got y'all with some soul scopes. You don't catch Boro energies for the week. You don't catch Novi talking about the energies. She got some soul scopes for y'all. She got some energies for y'all. Lala 42, I see you. J Life 20. Pink 1714. Leos create space for you. Don't invade a Leo space. See, man, Leos, I love Leos, man. I love Leos, bro. I love Leos. I love him. I be loving and hating y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I be hating y'all too. Hate a strong word, but y'all could really grind my gears. Brittany. As soon as I said that, Brittany. Nah, that's one of the Leos I love. Leos love to stay with attention. That's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, true Aries. Excuse me, I feel attacked. You always feel attacked. Snazzy star. All right, family. So, all right. So let's get into these energies for the week. All right. So right now we got the Sun in Virgo, Moon in Aquarius. All right. So we ain't dealing with no feelings and emotions right now. We ain't dealing with no feelings and emotions right now. All right. With that Venus in Cancer influence, yeah, we dealing with feelings and emotions over there. We're trying to reel in the people, places, and things that we truly care about, and the people, places, and things that bring us pleasures right now. We're trying to get it into our personal private space. And right now, we're not really being rational about that. So if it's an ex that bring you a certain type of pleasure and you haven't been fulfilled with that pleasure since you've been with your ex, since y'all broke up, and it's been 2 years ago, don't be surprised right now if y'all start communicating. If you feel like, fuck it, I can't hold this shit, and we gotta talk. This Venus, I've been tweeting about Venus and Cancer for a little bit. The energy is strong because it's an uncomfortable place for Venus. All right, so right now we have to be very, very conscious. If it's a habit, a thing, a substance that you know that you value, you be connecting to and finding pleasure to, and you know you be indulging, and you be lacking moderation and balance, drop that shit right now, because this Venus and Cancer energy gonna spank you gonna spank your hand. It's gonna tap you on your hand and let you know, drop that shit right now. You being way too emotional and way too emotionally connected to this motherfucking pleasure right now. If there's a person right now that brings you a pleasure right now, a certain type of bliss, that's all cool and good. But right now we could get lost in them shits right now with Venus and Cancer. We could lose sense of reality is Cancer, y'all. Cancer dealing with what makes the emotional engine go. That fourth house space. All right. This is why we got to make sure our Cancers are good on this realm. Because if Cancer's emotions is up and down on this realm, they're like the mini moons in the realm. All right, so we can't be having. You got a Cancer relative, you got to make sure they straight. Make sure they good, because they deal with so much responsibility. It's like, all right, it's like this. Shout out Max B, man. Free Max B. These niggas are lame. It's like this. The moon is how we react and respond to the world, how we deal with our emotional stability, all right? Cancers is ruled by the moon. So in some type of shape or form, a lot of Cancers don't be realizing it. A lot of them do when they get older, but a lot of Cancers don't be knowing that mad people be depending on them. You feel me? And their Cancers ain't necessarily about to, it's like they're not about to express themselves or lash out in a way because they're overwhelmed by these things. To them, in their head, they're like, yo, every day I just gotta learn how to deal with my feelings and emotions. I gotta learn to create emotional stability. I gotta learn to maintain my emotion. That's all they thinking about it with. But if a lot of us was dealing with some of the issues they be dealing with, we be tripping. We be fucking tripping. That's why they be so moody. That's why Cancers be so fucking moody. You don't understand how much things they're reacting and responding to. They start developing a lot of situations in their life where people depending on them for emotional stability. And a Cancer, they're one of the most loyal signs. So a Cancer don't be like once. I could say all water signs do this, is just in different ways. All right, but a Cancer is just that, like, obviously water signs are prone to get their feelings and emotions taken advantage of more than a lot of other signs, because they're dealing with that emotion, you feel me, and they project, they'll let some of that substance out enough to allow somebody to manipulate them. But the thing about Cancers is, like, once they develop a relationship or they're consciously aware that somebody's depending on them for emotional stability, it's hard for, like, a Cancer feel like they cannot let that person down, even if it is unfair how much emotion this person is throwing on that person. Like somebody else has to tell the Cancer, like, yo, that's not fair. Like, this person depends on you for that much. Like, and Cancers won't be able to really see that. So it's like, we just got to make sure our Cancers is good out here. You got Cancer family members, you got Cancer parents, man. Just, and they dealing with their moods or whatnot. You don't look at them and be like, why you always moody? You look at them and be like, you good? What's wrong? You sure? You know you can talk about it. All right, you don't gotta be macho man. All right, you don't gotta deal with emotional stability by yourself. Even though I know you got it. That's why pretty much like I can't pretty much like the most powerful sign in the zodiac. But it get deep. It get deep though. It get way deeper than that. Okay. So, all right. So, energies for the week. Yeah. So, like I said, we ain't dealing with no feelings and emotions right now. The sun is in Virgo. So, no matter what the moon trans is going to be this whole season, we're paying attention to what we're supposed to be working on. And we understood what areas of life we're supposed to be working on when we spoke about Virgo through the houses. All right. Now, the moon is in Aquarius. So, we understand the moon is how we feel. The moon is how we're influenced to feel, and how we're influenced to what we're supposed to be reacting and responding to. Wherever the moon is at, whatever sign the moon is at, that's the emotions of the solar system at the moment. So if you're not in Aquarius moon right now, you got to make sure you're adding some Aquarius energy into your day. You got to make sure that you're reacting and responding to a motherfucking person, place, or thing. Or you making sure you incorporate some type of Aquarius energy into your day, aka you got to make sure you looking in the mirror as far as looking at your individuality, seeing how you're taking individual actions, seeing how you're individually thinking for yourself. All right, more so looking at how you're relating yourself to others, and do you have a sense of detachment from the external realm and a connection with the external realm? Are you able to jump into both energies in a balanced manner? All right, dealing with associates. All right, dealing with reacting and responding to the people that you are associating yourself with, aka the people that you may be working on something with, creating art with, co-workers. You throw co-workers in there. All right, these are the things we want to be able to react and respond to. We're not trying to react and respond to things with heavy emotion right now. We're trying to really have an individual way of thinking about things right now. Keyword individual. All right, so we do want to be more logical about things at the moment, but you want to be able to think for yourself. All right, think for yourself. That's the thing about Aquarius is, all right, like the people, like if you dating Aquarius, like like I said, I be saying this all the time, like if you dating Aquarius, sun, moon, and rise, if you dating Aquarius and you could show, and you can't show that, if you're not around the Aquarius, you can't depend on yourself, can't think for yourself, you can't like practically do things for yourself. But that turns an Aquarius off. But that's why Aquarius and Leos be having a funny relationship, because even though Leo's the opposite side, and even though it's not like opposite signs can't date or whatnot, it just plays out a lot of extremes, a lot of highs and lows. But the thing is, an Aquarius might get turned off by a Leo at times when a Leo's doing a lot. Aquarius might, get annoyed or whatnot when a Leo's doing things for attention. But it's like when they get in situations, if Aquarius and Leo dating each other and they get in a situation that the Leo had to do something for herself, and Aquarius realized that the Leo don't need to depend on nobody neither, then the Aquarius be like, alright, I like this motherfucker, I like that shit, like they creative as hell, I can fuck with that shit. I might have to be in the light a little bit more, because that's another thing, Aquarius just don't care about being in the light and attention and all that shit neither. Like, look at J. Cole. I think he got Mercury in Aquarius too. That nigga don't even wear. That nigga look like the last 25 outfits I seen J. Cole wear look like he shop out of a thrift shop. Aquariuses don't be giving a everything that you think a Leo care about. Aquariuses don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You feel me? That's why when they come together, as all opposites should, as I mean, yeah, as all opposites should, they enlighten each other so much. All right, like Leos help Aquariuses, feel a little bit more lively, because a lot of Aquariuses could be so detached and whatnot to the point that they get so comfortable being detached, but they do end up missing out opportunities to feel lively, to feel to dive into certain creative and or not even creative endeavors, but like entertainment endeavors, whatnot, having fun. So they get around the Leo and they're like, damn, I be a little too much to myself a little bit, whatnot. And the Leo be like, yeah, live life, motherfucker. You feel me? Look alive. But the Aquarius teaches the Leo. The thing the Leo be learning around the Aquarius is the Leo be watching the Aquarius do shit that ain't nobody else ever do. The Leo be watching Aquarius do shit or pay attention to shit that everybody else ain't paying attention to, right? And then when the Aquarius ends up taking some of that energy and pushes it out to the world, because y'all Aquarius real timely with how y'all do things. Y'all could be paying attention to something, working on something for a minute, but the execution when y'all push it out is, I give it to y'all. And once the Leo see how the Aquarius takes that thing that they seen the Aquarius pay attention to for 6 months, but finally express it to the external realm in some type of shape or form, and see how everybody look at the Aquarius like, damn, this Aquarius so futuristic, or this Aquarius such a unique individual thinker. Like, then the Leo be like, damn, you getting attention for shit niggas ain't even into. How you do that? Cause that's the difference about Aquariuses and Leos. They both command, like, Aquariuses can manifest as much attention as Leos can easily. But the thing is, Leos are into what everybody be into. They just be better at it. They remix it better than everybody. Aquariuses, and that's how Leos get attention. Aquariuses get attention by doing the shit that nobody be doing it. And then everybody look at the Aquarius. Every time somebody tries to do the thing that the Aquarius did, you can't help but point to the Aquarius and be like, you a biter. Like, you got that from the Aquarius. You feel me? Aquariuses rather get their energy like that. If an Aquarius it's like if Aquariuses start getting called good at something that, okay, perfect example. Say I'm an Aquarius and I'm a rapper, right? And let's say I've been rapping since I started rapping at 17, right? Let's say I've been rapping for 2 years, I'm 19. Let's say I put out a couple songs and whatnot, and people been telling me like, yo, you dope. But let's say Aquarius is being called good and dope, but they being compared to a lot of people. They might not like that. They might even feel like they're not good because of that. Until they start hearing shit like, yo, this Aquarius got their own flow. Like, yo, this Aquarius, and 9 out of 10 times Aquarius doing music is gonna be some individual shit. This is just like a hypothetical example, but they don't want to be included or be seen on the same level with everybody. Like, so this is why they be so detached, because if they always in the mix, then it's like, I'm subconsciously always gonna be into the shit everybody else into. So I'd rather be in my own space so I could maintain my own ways of being a fixed thinker. It's fixed air, so the way they think and communicate is consistent. All right, that's why they could be stubborn with the way they think and communicate, but for the most part, they be knowing what they be talking about. Like, that's the thing about fixed signs. It's like they be stubborn, but they be knowing. But them times when I don't be knowing and somebody trying to show you different, oh man. Them 2 out of 10 times or 3 out of 10 times, oh man. You try to tell Leo some shit about some shit, oh man. Try to tell Scorpio about their feelings and emotions, oh man. Try to tell Aquarius that they weird or they always gotta kill people's spirits or shoot people's spirits down. Like, Or they always gotta oppose and rebel what everybody else is into. Oh shit. Or you tell a Taurus, you so serious, all you think about is money and whatever. Oh shit. You better have some money if you tell a Taurus that. At least have some money if you gonna tell a Taurus all you care about is money, or all you, cause don't have no money and say that to a Taurus. That don't do that. Don't do that. Cause they will make you look bad. Alright? Y'all Taurus get slick mouth. Get a slick mouth. Back to these energies. So let's get back to the energies for the week. Alright? So right now with the moon in Aquarius, right now we're being influenced to react and respond to our relationships and in a more individual way, and see how we're relating to these people. All right, thinking in a more abstract, out of the box type of way about our relationships and the things that we're working on right now and who we're associating ourselves with. This is how we feel, but it's gonna look like Virgo. So people are gonna be, wanting to test new people that they just met, test associates, see how much they know, see if they could build with these people, see if they could work with these people. Like, so right now we're in a state of really trying to see who's worthy to be in our space or who's worthy to work with us on certain things. Okay, now tomorrow Venus is opposing Pluto. All right, so this is learning to transform your values. Now this is a very important placement this week. It's a very important placement. And why is this a very important placement? Because right now we got Pluto in Capricorn and we have Venus in Cancer, right? So everything I was just saying about Cancer, with us trying to have, the things that we care about and the things that we love in our personal space, now Venus is opposite Pluto. Whenever we talk about opposites, these are two planets clashing, and they have to learn. There has to be a give and exchange for the clash to be positive, for that meet to be positive. So during this transit, if Venus ain't transforming some shit when it meet Pluto, now this is how we create catastrophic moments these next couple of weeks. This is how we create volatile situations or heated moments in relationships, or catastrophic. If there's a substance that you overindulge in right now, this is where you're prone to really overdo some shit right now. All right. Pluto represents transformation, long-term transformation. All right, long-term goals, passions, and desires. So Venus represents your values, what you love, people, places, and things. All right. So we all trying to get these things in our personal space. So a lot of us either have been getting these things in our personal space, whether it's been healthy for us or not, and a lot of us is still trying to get these things in our personal space, whether it's healthy for us or not. Overall, we all want to raise above this energy and make sure that we're learning, aka seeing what we love, seeing what we're connected and attached to, seeing where our values and our pleasures are, and being able to see like, yo, I've been overindulging this shit, and this shit ain't healthy. Either I gotta detach or cut it off, or I gotta lower the percentage level. You feel me? We gotta see what right now we're fasting on and detoxing from, that we love, that we care about, that we don't be doing that with. So now that Pluto is in the mix, Pluto's like, all right, motherfuckers, I gave y'all about a week and a couple of days with Venus in Cancer. So now with all of y'all beasting to get connected to all the things that y'all love and whatnot, some of that shit got to get transformed. So every time I meet with Venus, I want to see one of them values transformed. I want to see you evolving from one of them shits. I want to see you detaching from one of them shits. Because wherever you got Capricorn at in your chart, this is an area that you're influenced right now to see long term. All right? This is an area right now that you should be seeing how you're working on it long term, because it's in Capricorn. So we can't meet these long-term goals where we have Capricorn at if you too connected right now to the shit Venus want right now, because Venus needs to meet her pleasures. But if you're not telling Venus, no, I bought you motherfucking makeup from Sephora last month, that shit expensive as a motherfucker, you ain't even use all that shit, and now you asking me for more shit. Venus, chill the fuck out. If you're not telling Venus that shit right now, Pluto gotta come handle that. Pluto gotta come transform that shit. I don't want that for y'all. I don't want that shit for my goddamn self. All right, because these are the moments that we can prevent. We don't need to dive into that right now. So check your pleasures, check your relationships right now. If you are in an actual relationship right now, and not saying nothing could be wrong with the relationship, but if you know that your relationship has been taking a lot of time away from practical matters, from things you need to be working on, constructing on in your reality, you need to tell your partner right now, hey babe, this week, don't get mad at me if I don't seem like I'm not as communicative with her. I just really gotta buckle down on some things on a practical level. Like, that shit gotta be communicated. All right, so I'm on the timer real quick. I'm gonna just get off and get right back on. We're gonna just finish these transits real quick for the week. And like I said, this is all going up on Garden of Consciousness YouTube, y'all.